Hi, this is Sweet June. I'm coming back at you with another video topic. Now, this video is on the heels of the video that I just did about um, the single mothers, single black mothers, some of the things that single black mothers have to deal with, um, some of the things that single um, black mothers have to endure, the things that you have to endure being a single black mother. Check that video out. It's a good video, very informative. I need you guys to go check it out. This one is on the heels of that one. I might have done this one before, but it was a while back. Well, I'm going to revisit the topic and I'm going to do it again because this one is on the heels of that video. Um, do you want to be a baby mama versus a wife? That's what I'm going to talk about. Um, as I was saying, I was talking about how a lot of the factors, there's a lot of factors that black women have to endure, a lot of things that black women have to go through when black women are single mothers. And it's detrimental to our community when, because our over 70% well, that statistic is, I don't know. That statistic might have to be broken down because, as I said and stated in that other video, um, you're not if the father of your child is taking a 50% role in helping you raise that child and financially and physically, then you technically are not a single mother. I mean, that's something I never thought about before, but that's actually an interesting point. It's really a good point because if think about it, if the father is helping you financially with the child has everything they need financially. The father is giving you adequate support financially for that child. If that child is also helping you co-parent that child, is successfully helping you co-parent that child, um, helping he's taken a very, very active role in your child's life. You're technically not a single mother because single mothers is the definition of a single mom is someone that is doing it on her own with little or no support, with no support system and with little or no support from the fathers, that she's virtually doing everything on her own. That's technically a single mother. I mean, I was a single mother. So technically, that's the definition of a single mom. The problem is we have too much of that going on in the black community. We have too many single mothers in a black community and not enough wives, not enough black male heads. And that's the major problem. That's the reason why a lot of things is happening in black communities across the country. And then a lot of black men want to put all the blame, and society as a whole want to put all that blame on the black woman, as if the black woman can reproduce herself and make children herself. Well, we don't have black women don't have the ability to reproduce. We don't have the ability to reproduce ourselves. We didn't make the children by ourselves. We had to have help. We had some assistance in making the children. So you can't put all the blame on the black woman. You can't say, well, it's all black women's fault, and a lot of black men have a tendency to do that. They have a tendency to say, well, it's because, well, the reason why this and that and others happen in the black community is because they're being raised by single mothers. Okay, the question is, why are they being raised by single mothers? Where are the fathers? That is the question. Why are they being raised by single mothers? And where are the fathers? Okay. So, and as I've stated before, the black man is supposed to be the head of the black community because God instituted him to be the head. God ordained the black man to be the head of the black woman. The black woman is not supposed to be the head of anything. Read your Bible, okay? It dates all the way back to Genesis. The black man is not supposed to be the head of anything. I mean, the black woman is not supposed to be the head of anything. The black man is supposed to be the head. That's the way. That's God's divine order of the way things is supposed to go. Okay, so because the black woman is all this is placed on the black woman's shoulders, black woman is expected to lead the black community and through raising the children by herself, she is expected to solve all the societal ills that's going on in the black community. Where is the black man's accountability? Where's the men's accountability? I was going to do another video talking about that. Where is the black man's accountability? Okay, when they are supposed to be the head, it actually falls back on the men. It technically falls back on the men. If you got this and that and the other happening in the black community, it actually falls back on the men because the men are supposed to be the head. It is because these single parent homes don't have male heads. And because they don't have male heads, then the children are not getting the proper, because single mothers have to work. Like I said, anytime when a woman is trying to be a mother and a father, which I hate that statement. I hate when people say, I've had people tell me you're mother and father. No, I'm not. I always just correct them. I'm not. I can only be a mother. I cannot be a father. Don't put that on me. I'm not both. I can't be both. So, but we try to be. We try to fill both roles, but we can't. We can't fill both roles. That children need a mother and they need a father, particularly black children. It is very detrimental when black children, particularly black male children, and it's very detrimental for black females as well, to grow up without that male head. They need that. Now I'm going to do another video talking about some of the things that happens as a result of young black males not having a black male father figure in the home. Stay tuned. But it's very, very vital. It's very, very important. And that's why I'm always talking about black women abstaining, that the importance of black women abstaining until marriage to have sex, waiting until marriage to start a family. This is why I'm always advocating that, because I spent many years as a single mother. A lot of black women, and I know the things that was lacking as a result of me being a single mother. I see the manifestation of um, stuff that happened, that with my sons, that it was as a result of me being a single mother over the years and not having that male head. So it's very vital. It's very vital, and that's why I talk about abstaining. Black women abstaining. Waiting till marriage to using birth control and all those things. I'm a big fan. I'm a big advocate of abstaining. You don't need to use birth control if you just abstain. But if you insist on having sex outside of marriage, if you insist on doing it, then you need to protect yourselves. There's lots of birth control methods out there. There's more of them out there than it was when I was young. So actually, to come down to it, these young ladies don't have an excuse. They really don't have an excuse, because there's lots of birth control methods out there. In a lot of cases, I know I used to be able to go to the health department and get my birth control pills. When I used to take birth control pills back in the day, I used to be able to go down in the health department to get them, and you can get them down there and everything. So, really, when it comes down to it, there's really no excuse. And then there's condoms, because like we're not just having to worry about pregnancies here. We have to worry about a deadly disease, which is AIDS. So people should be using condoms. I mean, women should be protecting themselves anyway. As women, we have to take responsibility for our bodies. Nobody's going to do it for us. We have to take responsibility for our bodies. And so, my question to women, to young ladies, you want to be a baby mama or you going to be a wife? Okay, baby mama versus wife. Okay, when you are a baby mama, because that's what they say. Really, I hate that term. I really don't like that term, but that's what they it's just another stigmatizing name label that black women get when a black woman is a single mother. It's another stigmatizing. It's a very stigmatizing label. I really don't like it when it comes down to it. But that's what they call us. They call us baby mamas. I don't like it, but this is another stigmatizing label. Okay, but when you are a baby mama, as they say, baby mama, you are the head of household. When you are the head of household, everything is on you. When everything is on you and you try to fill both roles, which you can't, a lot of things are going to be lacking when because you have to work. In some cases, the mothers are going to work and to school. In my case, I went to work and I went to school. And you're trying to hold down the fort. You're trying to pay all the bills. You having all these balls in the air as a single mother. It's a lot that's going to be lacking. The children know that there's no male head there. They know there's no male head. So at the end of the day, especially particularly when you have male children, um, a woman can't, like I stated in other videos, a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. A woman can't do it. You cannot. You could be the best mother there is. You could best be the best mother you know how to be. But at the end of the day, you can't teach a boy how to be a man. You just can't do it. Okay? It's never going to happen. A woman is never going to be able to teach a boy how to be a man. I could tell my sons what I like, the qualities that I like in a good husband. The qualities that I think that are important in a good husband and a good male head. But it's not the same. It's just not the same thing. As having that someone around to show them that example. They need to see that example. They need to see that example. They need to be taught, you know, by a male head or by a father figure, a mentor or whatever. Okay, this is how you be a man. It's just like I gave the example in one of my other videos about I told my sons, I got on both of my sons about when I buy groceries and when I come home, you guys need to be going out to that truck and hauling the groceries in the house. You know, a few years ago, I got on them about that. Because I'm like, I'm shopping for the groceries and everything, and I gotta go shopping and put them in the vehicle. Okay, as a man, you are supposed to go out and grab the groceries from me and bring them in the house. You're supposed to help a woman. You don't expect, and there's times I had to haul the groceries in the house by myself, and I was pissed. I was pissed. Okay? And I told him, one day you may have a wife. I told him, you may have a wife one day. You're supposed to help a woman. You're supposed to help your wife. Help your wife bring in the groceries and everything. Don't have her carrying all them bags. She went shopping for the stuff, okay? And that's part of being a man. You're supposed to help her bring in the groceries. Okay, that's what you do. That's just what you do. Now, when it's coming from me, it sounds like I'm fussing. It sounds like I'm nagging. It sounds like I'm fussing at them. They don't receive it well coming from me. Now, if they heard this coming from a male, makes no difference who that male is. Could be a family member or it could be a friend or whatever. But if they heard it coming from a male, if an actual male man was to tell them the same thing I'm trying to tell them, they would receive it better. They'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. They'll actually get it. But what I'm trying to tell them, they see it as I'm fussing at them, I'm nagging them. Oh, mom just fussing, she's pissed. They don't receive it well. They don't receive it well. So this is the important, and that's just an example, one of the many examples. That's an example of I be trying to tell them certain things and they just don't get it. It goes right over their head, or they see it as me fussing at them or me nagging them. They don't get it. They don't connect the dots because they need to hear it from a man. some things, a lot of things they need to hear from a man. They need to have a man tell them certain things, you know. I tell them, I taught my sons how to open doors and stuff when they were younger and everything. But see, those things, they need to be taught, you know, from a male. Okay. So this it's a woman. It's just a lot of things a woman just can't teach a young black male, a young male. That a man needs to teach these young men how to do these things. And the problem with males growing up being raised by females with no male head, um, they I know my sons, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video. I'm not really gonna really go deep into that right now because that's gonna be another video. But my sons, I think sometimes they're a little too dependent on me. You know, they work and everything, but sometimes I feel like they're just too dependent on me, you know. And I told my oldest son when he turned 18 or 19, I said, look, if you get a wife or whatever, you're the male head. You are the head. Okay, you are the head of the household. You are the head. Okay. I know that's all you see me do all these years, but that is not the way it's supposed to go down. That's what I told my oldest. I know that's all you see me do, but that's not the way it's supposed to go down. I was supposed to have some help. I was supposed to have a male head. But and I had to actually tell him that, you know. But it's a lot of things that I'm seeing in them now that it's a manifestation of me raising them predominantly by myself, them not having that male head. My oldest son's father was kind of halfway in his life, but he wasn't there like he should have been. And I did most of the, um, I mean, if he sees this video, he's not going to like this, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not trying to bash him, but I did most of the raising, you know. And he was kind of there here and there, but he wasn't there like he really should have been. And so, and he wasn't instrumental in talking to my son and letting him know about different things, even though I tried to encourage him, you know, tell him over the years and everything. Um, but that's a whole nother, I don't really want to get deep into that right now because that's a whole nother video. But when you are raising male children by yourself, you know, it's a lot of things that's going to be lacking. They're not going to learn a lot of things that they should be taught because they don't see a male head following those examples. They're not learning those things from a male head. So it's a lot of things that's going to be lacking. And then, you know, these young black males, particularly if they live in the inner city, a lot of times they join these gangs because they're looking for that male head. But like I said, I'm going to get deep into that because that's another video topic. But so you, as a mother, you need a woman, you need a husband. You need that support. You need that support. The children need a father. They need that. They need that support. I'm not buying this theory. I can take care of my kids by myself and this and that and the other. I hate it when women say that. Actually hate it when women say stuff like that because I'm one woman that ain't never hollered that. I ain't never hollered that. Oh, I'm independent. I can take care of my kid. I can, you know. Nobody's ever heard me holler that. Okay, nobody never say that they heard me holler that because I hate, and I actually hate it when women say that because you cannot, you know, you do it on your own, but at the end of the day, they're struggling. 9 times out of 10, they struggling, and they saying it as a defense mechanism or a badge of pride or whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, what's pride gonna do? You walking around with all this pride, but what's it gonna do at the end of the day? You still gonna be lonely. You still gonna be without a male head. Your children gonna still be without a father. Okay, you're still gonna be struggling financially, emotionally, spiritually, on all levels. At the end of the day, after you get done sticking your chest out talking about I'm doing on my own, taking care of my kids. So what's the point? So what is the point in even saying all that? You know what I'm saying? So ladies, what I say is you don't want to be a baby's mama. You don't want to be a baby's mama. Because when you be a baby's mama, everything is on you. You have to it affects you mentally, it affects you financially, it affects you spiritually, it affects you emotionally, it affects you on all levels. Having to have carry everything on your shoulders. Us women, we was not built for that. God did not create us to do that. He did not create us to be the head. I don't care what nobody say. He didn't create us for it. We wasn't built for it. We wasn't made for it. It's not natural. It is not the natural course of things. Now, however, when you are a wife, and then plus two, when you're a baby mama, like I said, you get that stigmatizing label on you, baby mama. Okay? If you never married the father, you get that stigmatizing label on you. And as a black woman, you get judged as society, not only get judged by our men, but we get judged and stereotyped by society as a whole. I did a whole nother video on that. Check it out. The stigmatization of single black mothers. Check that video out. You gotta kind of go back a ways because I did it a while back. But I actually did a video talking about that. So you gotta worry, you gotta put up with being stigmatized, having that stigmatizing label on you, being judged by society as a whole and stereotyped. Even if you're not on food stamps and welfare and all these things, people gonna automatically assume that you are on that stuff simply because you're a black woman and you're a single mother. So all the way around, it's not a good thing. It's just I don't see anything good about being a single black mother. I'm sorry. I don't see I don't see anything. I don't really see any benefits to it. There's just no benefits to it. It's detrimental to you. It's detrimental to your children, all the way around across the board. So whereas versus if you were a wife, even if things don't work out between you waited till marriage to have your children, even if things don't work out between you and your husband, now you still may get the label of baby single mother, stereotype because black women get stereotyped. But you're not gonna get that baby mama title. You're not gonna get the baby mama title because if you well you still married, but if you were married, it's the difference. If you're married to the father, even if you divorce him, you're not a baby mama. You're not a baby mama. A baby's mama is somebody that never married the father. But if you was married to the father, then you're not a baby mama. You are not a baby mama. You're the mother of this man's children. That's what you are because you married the father. See the difference there? And then if if by the grace of God, if things you're still married, I know women that are married and they have children, things is a whole lot better. It's a whole lot better. Their situation is a whole lot better. The children turn out better. The children are more adjusted. They're it just and our black children are up against so much. Our black children are up against so much. They need it. Like I said in my other video, we need strong black families. We need that. I don't care what nobody say. We need it because of this institutionalized racism. Because everything that us black people and our black children are up against. They need that. They need that good foundation, that good positive, solid foundation to grow up. Now, I'm not suggesting that just because they're in a home where the two people are married, that because if the home is still dysfunctional, then that's a whole nother issue. If the two people are married and it's dysfunctional, okay, well that's a whole different issue. But I'm talking about a healthy, stable black family. You know, that's what our children need. And when you get married, and then you have your children, it's a whole different situation because you have that male head and you have that help. You have that help. All things considering that there's no dysfunction and your husband loves you, he loves the children, all things considered. You know, You got that stability there. You got that the financial help. You got the emotional. You got the physical. You got all that. The children have that male head. You know, it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation that benefits everybody. It benefits the man. It benefits the woman, and it benefits the children. It's a win-win situation. It may benefit society as a whole because the children grow up to be responsible adults, going to college, getting jobs, and they grow up to be responsible adults and they stay out of the prison system. So it ultimately benefits society as a whole when the mother and the father are in the home and take a vested interest in the children. Our children are our future. They need us. They need us black men and black women to step up to the plate and be there like we're supposed to be there. And we do it Jehovah God's way, and we bring them up in the institution of marriage. You want to be a wife. You want to set the goal of being a wife before you have the children. I did a video a while back saying that if you didn't secure a, a marriage mate, then you're better off to not have children. Now, I know some women be like, well, my time clock's ticking, and I gotta admit, I don't know what that's like. But you're better off. And I said in the other video, I said, well, if you adopt a child, but then somebody came in my comment section and said, well, if they adopt a child, they're still a single mother. That's a whole other issue because there are a lot of children in the foster care system that ultimately they're already here, and it would be better for them to be in a single parent home versus being bounced from one home to the next. That's a whole other issue. But you do not, what you don't want to do is you don't want to biologically bring children into the world without a father. That's what you don't want to do. Without you having a male head, a secure male head, and without you having six-figure income to raise the child. If you don't have those two things, then you're gonna be living in poverty. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle on all levels. You're gonna struggle financially. You're gonna struggle mentally. You're gonna struggle emotionally. Okay, you're gonna even struggle spiritually. Even though my sons are grown, I still struggle on all those levels. You know, it's a lingering effect. It's a lingering effect. Because by the time your kids get grown, if you raise them for the duration by yourself, well then your head's all messed up. You're all messed up mentally. You're all messed up emotionally. Even spiritually. I struggle spiritually. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It's a challenge for me to you know stay spiritually afloat. And yes, I do struggle mentally. I do struggle emotionally, even still now, even though my sons are grown. Because I spent all those years being a single mom, doing everything on my own. It affects you. It affects you for the rest of your life. So you do not. Now, disclaimer, I'm not advocating abortion. That's a disclaimer. I'm not advocating abortion. If you're already pregnant, do not recommend having an abortion. I'm not for that. So I'm not advocating abortion. What I'm advocating is abstaining until marriage. That's what I'm advocating. Is abstaining until marriage. If you do not abstain and you insist on having sex outside of marriage, you need to protect yourselves, ladies. You need to take responsibility for your body, and you need to protect yourself to keep yourself from becoming a baby mama, a single mother. Okay? Because not only you is going to be affected, your black children that you bring into this world is going to be affected. And white women that have children by black men, there's a 92%. I did a whole video on it. I just checked that video. I got 8,000 hits on that thing. There's a 92% biracial rate in the black community. So even when white women are raising biracial, but society see them as black children, they are at a disadvantage as well. But that's a whole nother video topic. Because now they're raising biracial, but society sees them as black children. They are, and they put themselves in a position to where they're at a disadvantage. I'm just keeping it 100, not bashing, but hey, it is what it is. So, you ladies, you want to strive to be a wife before you bring children into the world. Black women, I cannot express that more. It's so detrimental. All you got to do is look at the stats. All you got to do is look in black communities. Check out Charlie Boo. It's this guy on here. His name is Charlie Boo. He's got some numbers behind his name. He does a lot of driving videos. He's originally from Detroit. He drives around Detroit, but he goes all over the country, and he drives. He likes to drive in hoods. But he specifically likes to drive in hoods. He likes to drive in hoods all over the country. Black, they call them the hood. Black neighborhoods all over the country, and you can see some of the devastation of some of these communities across the country, and it's got a lot of single mothers in those communities, single black mothers. But it's not just on the black woman; it's on the black man as well. And matter of fact, like I said, it falls back on the black man. It falls back on the black man because he is supposed to be the head. I don't care what these black men say on here because the man is the head of a woman. That's God's divine order. It falls back on the man. If the black community is lacking, it falls back on the males that are supposed to be the head of that community. Okay? It's not on the black woman because the black woman is not supposed to be the head of anything. We are the weaker vessel. Read your scripture. Read your scripture. It's in the scripture. Okay. So, ladies, you got to decide. That's the difference between being a baby mama and a wife. Strive to be a wife. Strive to be a wife, not a baby mama. Okay. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I need you guys, people that are already subscribed to my channel, I need you guys to watch my videos. Hit that notification bell so every time I do a video, you will be notified. Any new people that are watching my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I need you guys to help me get up to that 1,000 subscribe mark so I can start monetizing again. Okay, I cannot express that more. Okay, stay tuned. I got some more video topics coming up. I'm going to be addressing, do a video addressing, giving you some of the things, black, talking about young black males that grow up in single parent homes. Some of the things that happen as a result of young black males growing up in single parent homes. Things too, I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm going to be doing some videos addressing the men too. So, okay, I'm not letting the men off the hook. Okay, okay. Be sure, like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for some more interesting video topics coming up. Peace and love. This is Jen.